Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Today for Cooking with Ed, number 3 is going to be pork fried rice, orange chicken, and crab rangoons. So stay with me as I get everything all set and we make one heck of a good Chinese meal. Now I've already gone ahead and got everything cut up and got everything separated, so it'll make it a lot easier to follow. So just bear with me. We're going to get everything taken care of. We're going to need a couple of different things, and I'll walk you through it at each step of the way. Alright, as you can see, I got things already pre-cut. First thing we're going to do is I took my chicken, mixed a little bit of garlic, and some soy sauce in there, about 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 clove of garlic mixed in. Next, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of cornstarch to the chicken and mix it up. Oh yeah, make a mess. I'm good at that. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just best you can. Now I cut my chicken up into about 1-inch size bits. What we needed to do. And now we bring it to my stove over here where the pan is waiting for us. We're going to cook this on a medium-high heat, so about a 6 to 7. And we need to heat just a little bit of oil. There we go. So we're going to let that heat up. I got everything we need for this one, so we're just going to give that a minute to heat. And while that's heating, we just give it a little stir, get that oil moving. Look at that. Almost ready. This is a meal that I would normally get at like a Chinese restaurant here around me, but it's very expensive. I'm cheap, I'm poor, I admit this. So alright, since it's all nice and ready, we're going to add the chicken. Shake, mix it up. Not going to take very long. Now, as this is going on and cooking, I'll give that a minute. I'd like to show you what else we're working with, so we'll let that cook for a minute. Now if you look over here, I got my rice cooking. I got 2 cups of rice and 2 cups of water. A nice little rice cooker. I got the fryolator going so when we make the crab rangoons, and the stuff for the pork fried rice over there, as well as the rice that we'll need. So alright, so we're just going to let that cook away. In about another minute, I will flip it and add another little bit of crushed red pepper after the chicken cooks for a little bit. I can hear my fryolator going in the background. already starting to smell so good. Alright, so let's give this a flip. Move it around. Get it to cook up really well. And with it being cut as small as it is, it doesn't take as long to cook. But because it is chicken, make sure you do cook it thoroughly. Don't need anybody getting sick. Just about ready. You still see there's still quite a bit of pink there, so I'm going to pause this and wait till the chicken's almost ready. Actually, before we do that, there's the red pepper. We have that. And so this time I pre-measured everything. For the crushed red pepper, I used half a teaspoon. Alright, like I said, we'll let that cook for a few minutes. And when it gets closer to being done, I'll let you know. Alright, the chicken is now done. So what we're going to do, give it a good shake. We're going to add 2/3 of a cup, 2/3 of the Tinkelman's orange sauce. I'm going to shut the heat down. I am going to add a little bit of habanero just for the extra flavor. Just put it in there. Give it a stir, coat everything. There we go. Doesn't that look delicious? Now, I'm going to throw my lid on this. Because now that it's done, we take it off the heat, set it in the back corner and let it sit. And now we prep for the pork fried rice. Alright, and for the pork fried rice, I'm going to be using my wok. Again, we're going to put it to a nice medium high. I like it about 6.5, 7. We're going to add some oil. Just to give everything a good coat. Get that going. Now, like I said, I pre-cut everything. In this one, I'm going to be using onions, carrots, peppers, and some habaneros. Again, like I said, pre-cut. I originally cooked my pork first. I baked it. I had a couple of pork chops that were kicking around. Figured best use for them, so I baked them up, cut them up, so they're ready to be used. And like I said, I did 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water in my rice steamer, which to me works wonderfully. It's going to make a decent sized amount, so there's going to be plenty of leftovers. So, it's something you can take to work, have it the next day, eat it for a while. I know my wife loves it when I make my pork fried rice, so let's get started. Okay, our pan's pretty much heated up, or getting that way. We're going to add our vegetables first. Oh yeah, let's do that. Our peppers with seeds still in them. This is all frying up real good. And this is a very quick meal to make. If you prep like I said, if you cook the pork first and then cut everything up, doesn't take very long. Longest it takes is to cut and cook the meat is the longest part of it. The rice in my rice cooker takes about 20 minutes. This part of the meal, like I said, you're just going to cook down these peppers and everything, get the flavors going, and we'll show you what we do after that. Alright, look at those things. Don't they look great? Alright, now that those are cooked up nicely, we are going to add the biggest ingredient, some white rice. And cut it all up, break it down. It's already pre-cooked, so there's nothing to worry about there. Mix it all in really well. Yeah, look at that. Alright, and the next step will be to add the pork. Here's our pork. Like I said, pre-cut. Only a couple of pork chops in there. And I use about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of soy sauce. Put that right in there. Let's give that a good stir. Now everybody has their own recipe for pork fried rice. This is just one that I like. More vegetables I like. You know, you add whatever you want to it. And instead of paying, you know, $6 for a serving of fried rice, you can pay $6 and make this much fried rice and have it for a couple of days or feed a bunch of friends, because it's definitely worth it. Much cheaper. I think it tastes better than most places. Look at that. Okay, the pork fried rice is done. So we're going to give it another quick stir. And again, take this off the heat over that. Because now we move to one of my favorites, homemade crab ragoons. So give me a moment while I reset up, and I'll show you guys how those are made. Okay, now that we're pretty much set up, I'm going to show you what we need to make crab ragoons. You're going to need some wonton wrappers. You can buy these at just about any grocery store. I got mine at Walmart. I'm making a lot of them, so I need 2 packages of cream cheese and a thing of crab meat. I'm using this brand. You can buy fresh, you can buy frozen, you can buy imitation, totally up to you. So I took the 2 cream cheese and dumped them in. We are going to take 2 cans of crab, dump them in. And give them a good mix. Push it right in there, mix it right up. best as you can. Now it is cream cheese, so of course it's not the easiest thing to mix. I let mine sit out for a little bit first, so it gets to about room temperature, so it makes it a little bit easier. But still, as you can see, it's not the easiest thing. You can use a blender to help. I just figured I'll do it the long way today. I got my deep fryer set on high at 375. And believe me, it doesn't take long to cook them. Now your wonton wrappers will usually tell you, or at least have a recipe on the back, for something to deep fry, because, you know, everybody loves making egg rolls and stuff like that. So if you take a look on the back, they'll give instructions. This one at 375, 3 to 4 minutes each. So let me show you how to make one, and then I'm going to make a couple. Pull your wonton wrapper out. You set it down. Take a little bit of your cream cheese filling with your crab, and you put it on there. Take your finger, run it around the edges. And after putting it in some water, this is just regular water, straight from the tap, and we're just going to make them, fold them like so. Give it a little pat, and that's how we're going to make them. Now, everybody makes them different ways. This is just the easiest. So let me bring you back when I get a few made. Alright, I got a couple of them made up. I can only fit a couple in my fry later at a time. Now these take 5 minutes to fry, 4.5 to 5. So I'm going to set my timer. So, yep. And we're going to drop these in. Start the timer. And I'll bring you back when they're done so you can see what they look like. Okay folks, that's what it looks like completely finished on a plate. Got the orange chicken, pork fried rice, some crab rangoons, and of course chopsticks to eat them with. Now Ian, the taste tester, shall be here probably shortly, so he can give his review of what he thinks of this meal. Alright folks, Ian's here. He's going to give it a test.
Good. And this is
orange chicken.
Orange. And these are the crab rangoons?
Yep. Made with crab and cream cheese.
I love these right now. He's the biggest fan of crab rangoons. Well, I've never had them before, so first time for everything.
Like those? Alright.
Yeah, to the cream cheese.
Oh yeah.
And plus, I never had my dinner yet, so.
Well, there you go. Now you have dinner. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Alright folks, Ian's over here enjoying his meal. I'm now done. And just like and subscribe on my channel. Let me know what you think. And keep posted for new videos coming up.